Hey guys, it's me David and welcome to week 2 of building Geonosis. First off, I want to start this week with a giant thank you for the incredible reaction to last week's first episode of this series. It got like 125,000 views in a few days. Really happy to see that everybody's hyped up for Geonosis, and I'm just incredibly happy to continue building throughout this week. And trust me, there's a lot of progress to be shown in week 2. So there is one quick announcement that I do want to make before we dive into building, and it's actually a pretty big one. It's when this weekly series will come out. I've decided to change Building Geonosis' release schedule from Friday to Saturday. The first week last week was actually on a Saturday, and I think going forward, I think Saturdays are the right move. Normally I finish these episodes at the very end of the week on Friday nights. I'm usually editing all the way until 11 p.m. anyways, and uploading at midnight going into Saturday doesn't really make much sense because a lot of you do live in the US, and then a lot of you also live in Europe, and it's like 5, 6 in the morning at that point. So to cover everybody, I think it makes much more sense to release the episodes Saturday afternoons. That kind of covers all the time spectrums, both for US and Europe. I don't know if I'm going to always be doing a premiere, debatable, but let me know what you guys think. Do you want there to always be a premiere for every single week? Let me know down in the comments below. And while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe, guys. That is how you're going to get these updates for Building Geonosis. So go down there, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell icon, and that'll get you the notifications of when every single week comes out for Geonosis. That's it. Let's go ahead and dive into a time lapse. We're not even going to talk about what we're going to do. We're just going to go right into building. So let's get started. Alright, so let's go ahead and dive in and see what has been done to Geonosis so far, guys. So the first thing you saw in that time lapse is this right here. I went ahead and put the border together. It's just basically a whole bunch of 2x8 bricks, 2x4 black tiles, and I think 4x8 plates with these studded 2x2x2 bricks. This is the piece right here. It's commonly found in the Lego Brickhead sets. Very useful piece. We will not just be using it for the border, but also especially for the mountains. And we'll probably start building the mountains in probably 1 to 2 weeks, so we'll get to that pretty soon. It's not going to be a long wait. But this piece right here will absolutely be playing a part for not just the border. But the border really does look good. Like, I gotta say, I've never done this before. It has turned out so well so far. I really like what it adds onto the side. It's going to look much better once I lay out all this dark orange and nougat on the, what a weird color name, nougat. But anyhow, once I lay out all the color, it's really going to pop with this black border, as you can kind of already see right here. Again, we have that kind of corner slope. I think that just really looks good. All right, so let's dive into this. What am I doing here? So this is actually what I'm calling the ground level or groundwork of Geonosis. So not gonna lie, it kind of looks like something out of Minecraft, if I'm being honest, but that's on purpose. The idea is to simply do something simple of just raising and lowering the ground to create what will be a base layer of those swooping kind of sand piles that you see on the kind of deserty areas of Geonosis. And so what this allows me to do is, obviously you can see I'm creating elevation right here. I'm de-elevating here. We're going in the ground versus up right here. And it's just kind of going to create like a swooping effect. And when I do that across this whole area, these front 6 base plates right here, it's really going to create a really cool effect. And then I hope to on this side to bring up the elevation so much that it's actually going to swoop right into the mountains. I think it's going to look really, really cool once we get the whole thing done. Hopefully today we'll be able to cover most of this area. It is a lot of work. There's a lot of bricks under these plates right here. I'm going to be using probably this entire bin of 2x4 bricks, but it should be used pretty well. Another thing worth noting is that I'm going to be using the medium nougat color sparingly through the Geonosis mock. The mountain here will definitely be using a lot of the medium nougat, but as for the desert, it'll be kind of in between. And it's a fairly new-ish color. It's been around for a few years in the LEGO system, but I've actually never really used it in a mock, and I think it's the perfect offset color of dark orange, because if you just make this entire desert dark orange, which I think you could get away with, it's just gonna look plain in a way. Even if you tile it off and really go crazy with the landscapes, it's not gonna have that pop. You need that contrasting color, and I think the nougat here will offset the dark orange to really show the shapings of all of this landscape that we're going to be doing here. So really great tidbit if you're ever making Geonosis, or really just any planet. Like if you have green and dark green, or maybe dark blue and blue, like any offset color will really help enhance the landscape no matter what environment you're doing. So let's go ahead and continue building and jump back into another time lapse. Alright, so a lot has come together now. I'm really enjoying the way this elevation grade is looking. It might be a little weird to you guys as to why I'm just kind of leaving areas kind of blank, or why something is higher than like the other part, and why you're seeing the gray shown. And that really comes down to the fact that I am having to do this, make it sectional where you can pull off the sections, and so that does create some weird dynamics as you're kind of laying groundwork, as I am right now. But I think it's really coming together. I'm liking the kind of elevation gain we're getting right here. I think this dip off over here into this lower part is going to be nice. I'm thinking about maybe some type of very light trench right here. But it's definitely looking really good. And I purposely actually didn't finish this section right here, this gray base plate area, because I really wanted to show you guys what I'm up to and how I'm kind of thinking about this and what I'm doing for techniques. And I'd say the biggest thing I'm using definitely today is 2x4 bricks. You don't have to use 2x4 bricks. They don't have to be dark gray. Just any type of filler brick works. In this case, I had a ton of dark gray from Mandalore to use, so I'm utilizing what I have. And as you can see, I'm actually using the good old clone base style with the little holes right here. And that actually enables a very stable structure for groundwork, but also it so happens to take a lot less bricks. So you're conserving bricks, still getting the stability that you need. And I think it's really turning out well, guys. So there's one more thing I want to do this week, which is I do want to show some of the like detailing work. I did have like this order right here coming from Bricks and Pieces. You can kind of actually see the different parts that I ordered, and you can also see just how much this right here, just this bin costs. I think what's it say, $160. Quite a lot of money for just these type of pieces. Again, dark orange, nougat, these type of colors are expensive. Anyhow, got some slopes here, different or smaller slopes, bigger slopes, and wedge pieces, and some corners. I actually think all of these are going to be great. And then under this, I have some other tiles and plates, and all of this is going to contribute to the detailing work that we're going to do throughout the battlefield area, or the desert landscape, if you will. Of course, we're going to add other mountainous structures later on. That's not a big, that's not something I'm worried about right now. Right now, I'm really just concerned about the actual ground and what that's going to look like. But let me go ahead and just detail a little section of this to give you guys an idea of what to expect in the next coming weeks. All right, so I think I have something I'm pretty happy with. Again, obviously things can change as we're going through the weeks of Geonosis, but I really like the way this terrain has come out over here. I think this is a good example for what is to come in terms of what we're going to be doing for the rest of the area. I would like to put more medium nougat down. I don't think I have quite enough. I have a few bits of it throughout here, but not enough to my taste. So I might be purchasing some more tiles and slopes in that color to really kind of add some more character to the landscape of Geonosis. But so far, I think this is a really good start. I think just the slopings and the wedge pieces alone really add quite a bit to the terrain. Like, it's pretty night and day from where it was just at not too long ago. And I think this is a really, really good start for Geonosis, and should definitely give you guys perspective about what I'm thinking in terms of what this mock is hopefully going to look like in the coming weeks. So I think we had a great start this week, guys. I'm really happy with the way this terrain has turned out, and I think with where we're going for the slopes and the elevation, I think it's all going to turn out to look really, really good. Well, that's it. I am really incredibly happy with what we were able to accomplish this week. I really like with what we're doing with the ground and what the landscape is going to look like. Of course, I do want to have a lot of that Geonosian architecture. That'll definitely be more included in the mountain area, which is the area we haven't touched yet. I'm hoping to get those arches and those kind of, it's hard to describe the architecture of Geonosians, but I definitely want to include that. And then another thing that I saw in the comments that everybody was talking about is they would love to see the Geonosian tunnels. They would love to see all of that tunneling system. And I'm hoping to include at least a part of that in the future. I can pretty much guarantee there'll be at least something like that in the final mock, but I don't know where it's going to go yet. I think I'm going to have to start building kind of the mountain and those switchbacks and everything, and then I'll kind of figure out where exactly that can go. Let me know what you guys think of the progress this week. I can't wait to see you guys in week 3. Hope you guys have a great, wonderful day. Hope you're enjoying the Bad Batch. I did watch episode 3 and thoroughly enjoyed it. Man, Crosshair, what the heck, dude? All right, hope you guys have a great, wonderful day. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.